Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 4 grams magic mushroom. When the furniture started plotting, it began innocently enough. 4 grams of magic mushrooms consumed in my cozy apartment on a slow Saturday afternoon. I was prepared for the usual colorful visuals and a touch of existential reflection. What I wasn't prepared for was the furniture conspiring against me. As the mushrooms kicked in, the carpet beneath my feet started to ripple like a tiny ocean, waves curling and folding in on themselves. Then the couch, yes, my loyal old couch, began to breathe. A deep, slow inhale and exhale that made me second-guess my sanity. At first, I laughed it off, thinking my brain was just spinning some wild narratives. But then the couch spoke in a low, gravelly voice that could only be described as vaguely annoyed. "You never listen," it said. "We hold you up every day, and this is the gratitude we get." I blinked, trying to convince myself it was the mushrooms talking. "Relax," I whispered. "It's just a trip." But the couch wasn't having it. It straightened its cushions, puffed itself up proudly, and muttered, "Fine. But just wait. You'll see." I looked around, half expecting the armchair to chime in. Sure enough, it did, in a snobbish tone that sounded suspiciously like my Aunt Linda. "Honestly, you spend more time scrolling on that glowing rectangle than sitting properly. It's disgraceful." The dining table groaned. Back in my day, people actually ate at me, not just stacked papers and empty coffee cups. The walls began to shimmer with a phosphorescent glow. And from behind the curtains, the window whispered, "You've been keeping secrets from me." I tried to retreat to my bedroom, but the door handle turned itself and blocked the way. "Not so fast," it warned. In the bathroom, the mirror cracked a smirk. Yes, cracked, but not broken, reflecting back a version of me with wildly exaggerated eyebrows and a glittering mustache. "Time for makeover, darling," it suggested cheekily. The toothbrush winked and buzzed in approval. By now, I was half laughing, half panicking, wondering if this was some elaborate cosmic joke. The bookshelf, stacked with neglected novels and dusty board games, sighed heavily. "You said you'd read us. How many years has it been? We're not a decoration, you know." Well, the ceiling fan began to twirl. Faster, faster. She lured into a kaleidoscope of colors. And it started reciting nursery rhymes in a robotic monotone. The refrigerator door popped open slightly and snapped shut like a crocodile's jaw, as if reminding me it was the gatekeeper of my midnight snack secrets. Then the floorboards creaked and shifted. It felt like the entire apartment was alive, and each object had a personality more vivid than my own. They were staging an intervention, a furniture rebellion fueled by years of neglect and my questionable life choices. I tried to negotiate. "Look, I appreciate you all, really, but maybe calm down. It's the mushrooms talking." The armchair scoffed. "We are calm. This is just how we feel." The rug, now waving like a flag, added, "We're tired of being stepped on without thanks." In a moment of inspiration, I offered peace. "How about I throw a party? Invite all my friends over to admire you. Give you the attention you deserve." The couch huffed but softened a bit. That's a start. Isan, Nunin. As the trip peaked, the apartment transformed into a psychedelic wonderland. The furniture began a slow dance, the chairs twirling elegantly while the lamps swayed like ballroom dancers. The stereo, which had been silent all day, burst into life, playing an eclectic mix of funk and reggae that perfectly matched the vibe. The walls shimmered with shifting murals of wild landscapes and surreal creatures, inviting me to join their cosmic dance. The climax came when the coffee table sprouted tiny legs and marched around the room like a proud general, commanding the troops of cushions and throw pillows to form ranks. The houseplants joined in, swaying rhythmically and singing a strange, humming melody that seemed both ancient and oddly familiar. I sat down amidst this animated chaos, laughing uncontrollably. For a fleeting moment, I understood that the furniture wasn't just objects. They were companions in the narrative of my life, holding memories, secrets, and the silent judgments of my messy habits. And maybe, just maybe, they deserved a little respect. As the effect slowly faded, the apartment returned to its usual stillness. The couch stopped breathing, the carpet lay flat, and the shelves stood silent, dignified. I was left with a silly grin and a newfound appreciation for the inanimate. From that day on, I talked to my furniture more often, thanked the plants for their quiet company, and sometimes, just sometimes, the lamp flickered in response. The trip had been weird, wild, and wildly wonderful. Proof that sometimes the most unexpected voices in our lives are the ones sitting quietly around us, waiting to be heard.